In today's Health Watch, we are talking to our local registered dietitian, Courtney Butts, about staying healthy for the holidays and, of course, Thanksgiving now in the rearview mirror. And, well, it is time to focus on getting rid of the leftovers and focusing on getting back to eating healthy. And it's easier said than done. So thanks a lot for being here, Courtney.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about ways that we can kind of readjust and get back on track with our diets.
So a couple of things, a lot of people tend to want to restrict or overcompensate from maybe overindulging from the holidays, but I always encourage everyone to resist the urge to restrict, because a lot of times that can backfire. You know, when you are skipping meals or decreasing your calories significantly, you have an overproduction of what's called ghrelin, your hunger hormone that's produced in your stomach. And you may be overly hungry to the point where you overindulge again. So you're just in this vicious cycle. So resist the urge to restrict, and of course honor your body instead of moving your body in a way that's punishing it for maybe your bad behavior on Thanksgiving. Just move your body in a way that honors it and it feels good for you.
Yes. Now this is one I gotta ask you too. So the holidays, of course, are here. You got some family or friends over. People are making cookies. They're making the desserts, the pumpkin pie, you know, all the good stuff. So when we walk past that Christmas table, how can we resist not eating 17 cookies as opposed to the 3 that we should be having?
So I think Christmas a lot of times tends to have a lot more desserts on display, it seems. So I have a sweet tooth, so I'm right there with you. I would say go in with a plan, and you probably already know what's going to be there. Like if your grandma is making pecan pie and that's her staple every year, and if that's your favorite, then go in knowing that that's what you're going to choose. And also another good tip is to not bank your calories. So instead of like starving yourself all day in preparation for this meal, really incorporate protein and fiber. So animal sources of protein, and then fiber is just plants. Or focus on what you can control and maybe even bring a dish that is high in fiber, because fiber helps you feel full and satisfied, so you don't feel like you have to overindulge. Because added sugars or the things that are typically served are low in fiber, high in sugar, and they don't satisfy you.
Yeah, that is a great tip. I personally want to blame Santa Claus because he's setting a bad example. He's overweight. He eats like 38 billion cookies. So I blame Santa. Hopefully he's not watching. Anyways, well, I could sit here and talk to you all day about ways that we can start the new year. Hopefully we'll have you back very soon. I know some folks, myself included, going to set some New Year's resolutions, and that includes eating healthier. So we're going to have Courtney back. But in the meantime, where can folks, if they got some questions for you, get those questions answered? Yeah,
go to CourtneyButtsNutrition.com. I'm on that's my website. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'm very active on there. I post a lot of tips as well, and I'll be posting more tips as the new year approaches. But definitely focus on being consistent during this time, and instead of just completely falling off the wagon now and vowing to start over in the new year, there is a lot of value in being consistent over being perfect.
I like that. That is really good advice. So if you can actually take the small steps now, you don't have to take the giant leaps once the new year starts.
Less overwhelming.
Fantastic.
And be kind to yourself and others this holiday season.
Very well said. Well, Courtney, we always love having you. You always give us really good advice.
Thank you.
And make us feel better, even though some of us have fallen off the wagon. But anyway, thanks again, Courtney.
Thanks.
All right, keep it here. We have a lot more news and weather coming up next here on KTBS 3 News.